The monochrome extension of the PH5 family is giving the classic design a new take. Paul Henningsen designed the PH5 more than 60 years ago in 1958 in the era of Danish modern, and it soon became an icon with a broad reach. The PH5 is the result of Paul Henningsen's tireless and passionate dedication to create the perfect light. It began earlier, already in the 1920s, when he invented the three-shade system. The three-shade system was to improve and humanize light emission by unseen dimension, and it really laid the foundation of modern lamp design. The light source manufacturers of the time kept changing the sizes and shape of the light sources, and it was difficult always to maintain that glare-free and reflected light that was so key to both Paul Henningsen and Louis Poulsen. The drive to design the PH5 was the quest to once and for all create a pendant that could ensure that no matter what light source used, it would be glare-free and emit really pleasant, comfortable light. Paul Henningsen's endless effort with calculating, testing and building models led to the PH5, and it really set standards not only aesthetically for lamp design but also for functionality. The proportion and the curvature of each shade and their interrelated position were determined by the goal of reaching optimal reflection from the shades and thereby create a smooth downward directed light, and also to create an illumination of the pendant itself. So the layers of the arched metal, it both moves the light horizontally but also vertically. A glass diffuser plate in the bottom makes sure that you can never see the light source no matter how high you place the pendant. So the PH5 is really the materialization of our design philosophy, designed to shape light. The dynamic interplay of the curves, the different diameters of the shades, and the straight horizontal line make a strong and clear impression, yet soft and inviting. The PH5 keeps being relevant more than 60 years after it was designed because it keeps being the perfect light, but also because it goes beyond stylistic trends and avoid unnecessary details. It's a true classic, an unparalleled icon of Danish lamp design. The PH5 was designed with a diameter of 50 centimeters. That's why it's called a PH5. A few years ago, a smaller version was released. It has a diameter of 30 centimeters. It is called the PH5 Mini. Both versions, they are available in the classic white version that was the original version with the blue and red rings inside to improve the color of the light emission. Also, they're both available in a modern white version and also in the hues off, where you have one color that's being graduated in the tone moving downwards on the shades. In contrast to the existing version, the Monochrome series has only one color. It's one color on top of the shades for the anti-glaring and also for the legs between the shades, the spacers, they all have the same color. Only the reflecting part are white in order to give the right color of light reflection. So the use of the monochrome color really underlines the graphic outlook of the PH5, and it gives even more attention to its form. The monochrome series has a very matte finish. The paint is matte all the way down to a gloss of 3. In comparison, the existing white versions and the hues off, they have a gloss of 20, so they have more shine. But this mattness on the outside of the lamp, it really gives it a sculptural feel, and it really sculpts the light and shadows down over the shades. The PH5 monochrome is available in 3 different colors: the white, the blue and the black. The white version, being all white, is so clean and harmonious. It almost resembles unglazed porcelain with the madness of the finish. The black version has a very strong and very defined graphic look. And at the same time, it provides that pleasant light that the PH5 is so famous for. Even the cord and the canopy are black. The blue version is an ultra blue. It is so fresh, bold and crisp, and it will make an impact in any interior. So the monochrome versions are so easy to adapt to most interiors. They can of course be combined both with the different colors, but also in the different sizes with using both PH5 and PH5 Mini in the same room. In the home, the PH5 is of course the ideal dining table lamp. It really gives this comfortable, nice atmosphere and the downward directed light, so you have the sufficient light you need when dining. Also, it can be hung in the children's room, it can be hung over a coffee table, it can even be hung in the hall. On the professional market, the PH5 monochrome is obvious to use in hospitality. It can create a great atmosphere and look in restaurants, in cafes and bars. It can also be hung in reception areas at hotels and lounge areas. Also for the use of public buildings and offices, it's relevant in canteens, in reception areas, in the small meeting rooms or bigger meeting rooms hung in a row. So there's really so many places to use a PH5, and now more relevant than ever in these great monochrome versions. The monochrome versions really give the PH5 a fresh, contemporary look that really fits the spirit of our time.